All right, so this is Brandon from Noob Alert speaking to Mark Anderson from SOE. We're talking about DC Universe Online. Actually, I had my first taste of DC Online just now.
Okay.
I thought it was really fun. I noticed that you have it on PC and the PS3.
That's right. We're both on the console and on the PC, and we try and give people there a lot to offer on both of those platforms. So
now, do they actually cross?
They don't cross. We want to make sure that PS3 players, there's idiosyncrasies there in terms of the experience that they get. They play the same game, but they don't cross over between the two.
Is there any difference outside of not?
No difference at all.
Oh, cool.
You can play either with a mouse and keyboard on the PS3 if you'd like. You can play with a controller on the PC if you'd like.
So can you play as like Superman or the Flash? Is that how it works out, or do you create?
What we're building for the main core of the game is that you get to build your own legend next to people like Superman or Batman or heroes like that you've seen through the DC universe. But we do allow you to play in a legend simulator, is what we call it. It's a PvP scenario. It's more like a fighting game. So you can play as Joker, you can play as Batman, you can play as Harley Quinn, you can play as a lot of the great characters. We release new versions of those characters along the way, so we do updates.
Okay.
It's a $15 subscription fee, $14.99 a month. We're on our third update, is imminent now, should be out here in the next few days, and what we're showing here at E3 is the Fortress of Solitude. So we're finally taking players inside the Fortress of Solitude. Man of Steel fans have wanted this for a long time, and we're finally going to deliver that to players, and that comes in the form of an 8-man raid, which is an 8-person group where you've got to balance your powers and abilities to get the most advantage of them.
So is it a matter of, if you're a good guy, you're helping defend Superman, you're helping Superman defend against it, or can you be Lex Luthor and invade?
Well, so in this case, Brainiac has invaded the Fortress of Solitude. He's taking the power through the use of the Sunstone Crystals, which are crystals from Superman's homeworld. They're part weapon, part technology, part architecture, part machine, and Brainiac is absorbing the power of these, and he's using them against the people of Earth. So in this case, Superman has called on his archenemy, Lex Luthor, and said, I need your help, we got to get Brainiac out of here. Also in this demo, we've got a little cameo from General Zod, who makes an appearance straight out of the Phantom Zone.
And so what are you expecting in the future then? I was told that you'll get Ra's al Ghul involved in the game.
Exactly. We actually, in Game Update 3, which is coming here any day now, that'll feature Ra's al Ghul, which you may know from Batman Begins. And so we feature him and a lot of his ninjas. Ra's is known as the head of the demon. We also feature the claws of the demon in the forms of several different ninjas that you battle as you go through his mountain stronghold.
Oh, excellent. So what are the perks that you can take your own character. You can take Mark Anderson Man.
Exactly. I can make Manderson Man, and I can build that character out. I can give him ice powers. I can give him fire powers. I can choose what his weapon is. I can choose how he moves through the city. I can give him flight. I can give him acrobatics. I can give him super speed. I can also use abilities based on those things. So I might use a Speed Force Tornado that's more like something that you'd see the Flash use. I might be able to use heat vision like something that you'd see Superman use.
So can you just pick and choose which powers you want? Or?
Absolutely. Over time, you're able to grow your power, and you'll be able to. You hook up with a mentor at the beginning of the game who's going to help guide you through. So choose if you're a hero or a villain. You might be paired up with Superman. You might be paired up with the Joker, and you'll be working your way through, gaining powers, gaining abilities in several different modes. Your weapon grows in strength and powers. We have combos, so those are based on presses and holds. So there's a full combo system like you'd expect in an action game or maybe a fighting game. Then you've got your movement mode abilities, the things that I talked about, like the Speed Force Tornado, things like that, help you move through the city. There's supersonic flight, helps you move through the city faster.
Cool.
And then you've also got a full suite of superpowers. So for something like gadgets, which is more of a technology base, somebody like Batman, we have a full suite of superpowers based on that sort of vibe. And then we also have things more based on the Joker. So, toxic gas that you can spray, a boxing glove that you can shoot out, and use that to defeat your enemies.
That's fantastic. So in a sense, it's like an MMORPG where you actually have things you need to get done with. There's not much of a story as well.
No, there's a full story as well. So as you go through these things with your mentor, you'll be, if you're paired up with Batman, you'll be battling Joker. You'll be trying to hunt down Joker. Joker's thing is chaos. He's in the city. He's taking advantage of Brainiac, taking everything over. And, he's pretty amused by the whole thing. So you'll be interacting with iconic characters from throughout the DC universe and for each of the mentors. And there is a full story mode there. once you've reached the end of that, as you get to a higher level, there are things that you can go on with your friends. So there's alerts that take you with 3 of your friends to places like Bloodhaven, and which you may know from the comics or may not. But in any case, we take you to a lot of iconic places that you may know from the DC universe that players want to see.
So it's very, I don't want to use the word realistic, I mean, but it parallels the comic book very well, and the DC universe very well.
It does. We're not strictly matched to their continuity. They change a lot of things around. Most people are getting in, they're expecting Bruce Wayne to be Batman, so we want to make sure that we deliver that core experience first, but you do get to experience a lot of characters, maybe characters you don't know. If you're a Titans fan, we've got Cyborg, we've got Raven, we've got Beast Boy in there. We've got content based on the Flash. We've got content based on his archenemy, Gorilla Grodd. There's a lot of different corners, and we use these comic book cutscenes to kind of give people a better idea of who these characters are and why they're important. With someone like Ra's al Ghul, we're giving you a little bit more background that you may not have gotten from the movie as well.
So you actually can learn a lot about the DC canon just by playing this game as well.
Absolutely, and they're always changing their canon, they're always updating, they've always got new twists going in the comics. We try and take advantage of characters that they might focus on. There was an opportunity in the 3rd update that's coming here any day. We've got Swamp Thing making an appearance, and that was something where DC said, hey look, this is a Vertigo character, we're kind of pulling him back over to DC in the future. Fans may know him from the Brightest Day storyline that's going right now, and prior to that happening, DC said, hey, were you guys interested in using Swamp Thing? I'm a huge Bernie Wrightson fan. If you're an artist, you may know him from the Swamp Thing books and some of the other things. But so we jumped on the chance to include Swamp Thing, and now we've got kind of a great matchup where people may be seeing him for the first time in the books right now, and you can experience him in the game as well.
Do you have anything lined up with the Green Lantern movie that's coming out in a week?
We'll see.
Oh, all right. Not going to say anything, but I mean that at least has been.
Absolutely,
so you guys know about it. So it's not like oh, there's a movie. Whoa.
No. They keep us up to date on what they're trying to do, and we absolutely try and feature things as they come to the public eye more.
Excellent. And actually, before we even talked about it, we talked about Jim Lee, another artist who did a lot of comic books.
If you're coming from the art side or from the comic book world, Jim Lee, a huge force in comics, has been working closely with us from the beginning of this game. He's a huge gamer, absolutely awesome comic book artist and illustrator, and he's been working closely on us not only in the visual development of the characters, but how we can apply the DC universe to our advantage in a game.
Excellent. Hey, thank you very much, Mark Anderson. Thank you very much for your time.
All right, thank you guys. Have a great show.
Oh, thank you. And peace, everyone.
See ya.